Ambitious and motivated are words that describe you best. Then you're on the right place. This is Motivational Radio Friends from Paris with your host, Longi Agoha.
Welcome back to the second part of this program. I will use this second part to define what bad attitude is all about. I used the first part to discuss about good attitudes and what we stand to gain by being good. If you have good attitude, it leads to success. But if on the contrary you have bad attitude, it might lead to something very, very bad. But first, I want to start defining what bad attitude is all about. According to the dictionary's definition, bad attitude, it is the tendency of always having negative expressions towards a person, a thing, or a place. Since attitude determines what we really get, it then shows or stands to say that we have to have good attitude. Because if you have negative attitude, bad results. For example, if you go into a mix of people and everybody is accepting one thing, and then you come in and say, this thing all of you accept is bad, for example, you might be right, but the fact that you said it would automatically bring in people to think about you as somebody who is either crazy or somebody who is a little bit not normal. When you are in a crowd, for example, they always say that when you're in Rome, you behave like the Romans, for example. You cannot be in Rome and you behave like the Greek. It will be very awkward. If you are in Africa, you behave like an African. I'm not saying you are going to be African 100%, but try to understand who they are. Their culture, the people around you, what really they represent. That is one way to become part and parcel of that society without being there 100%. But try to understand who they are. By that time, they would understand you as well. They will try to know who you are and what you represent. But if you show that nonchalant attitude, for example, you can expect the same from them. So bad attitude or bad habit could affect your relationship with people, especially in marriage, friendship, relationships at work, or even your career. When your boss knows you have a bad habit, for example, this situation could affect your promotion to higher positions, because promoting you means that you will have to manage other people. This negative situation can affect production in the workplace. This is but a typical example that somebody who is seen as having bad negative attitude in a workplace, for example. First, promotions you don't get them automatic, because they would have to consider who you are and what you represent in the company. So if for example, your boss knows you as somebody who is negative, somebody who has bad attitude or bad manners, you should not expect miracles from him, because he would consider someone who has better attitude than yourself. That's why I said that when you have bad manners or bad attitude, it affects what you get. See, one thing leads to another. In relationships, it's all the same. If, for instance, you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and you don't treat him or her good, you would expect that marriage or that relationship to crack. Because one day, he or she would complain about your bad manners. And then from there, he would either stop the relationship or try to move on to something else. So it will not be of your own interest to continue to be being negative or bad. The thing is all about manners. If you have bad manners, it tends to reflect. The worst of all is in marriage. Marriage is a long haul. It's not something you take today and tomorrow when it stops. No, you sign a contract for about 50 years or more, and so you have to sharpen your manners, you have to sharpen your attitude, you have to know who you are, so as to be able to tolerate the other person, as to be able to understand the other person, because it takes two to tango. You see, sometimes you do not dance tango alone. So if you want to have bad manners, then you are ready to stay alone. Because if you have bad manners, people will tend to run away from you, because of the fact that, oh, that man is not good, so I wouldn't like to stay around him. Or that lady is not good, I wouldn't like to stay around her. So good manners attract, bad manners repel. The choice is yours. The next one is, the worst disability in life is your attitude to things. The way you react to events in your life. If somebody comes up to you and gives you bad news, for example, You have two solutions. Either to say, okay, listen, I've heard you, let me go and think over it, or you begin to react immediately. You see, when you take it calmly, and say, okay, listen, I've heard what you said, I will think about what you told me, and I will come back to you tomorrow, for example, that shows maturity. It shows that you have that subtle way of behavior, and that attracts respect. But if somebody tells you something bad and you begin to react immediately, it shows you're not very mature. That's what you're trying to depict. So try to analyze who you are and what you do and how you do them, so that anybody trying to see who you are would not give him the opportunity to really know if you are a bad or good person. You see, the question is trying to be neutral. When you're neutral, then you can bring out the best. In fact, that's what I'm trying to say. You bring out your best when you are in a more neutral state, when you don't react in a hurry. So in fact, someone said that the only disability in life is a bad attitude. Good attitude makes you win, while bad attitude makes you lose, irrespective of where and where you may find yourself. This is a universal law. Wherever you are, whatever you are right now is a sum total of your attitude, your former attitude to life. If you are rich today, that means you attracted riches to yourself. You did things that really made people to help you. You see, you can't attract riches alone. You can't win all the time alone. You have to win with other people. People will make you to win big time. But for them to make you win, they need to cooperate with you. They need to accept your personality. They need to accept who you are. And for them to accept who you are, you must be a very pleasant person to stay with. If you are not pleasant to stay with, it will be very, very difficult. It will be very difficult for you to attract all the riches in life onto yourself, because of the fact that we are all emotional human beings. We think with our emotions. So if emotionally you are not connecting with other people, if emotionally you are not in harmony with other people, the tendency is for them to move away from you. And when they move away from you, there are things you can't do alone, my friends. There are things you can't do alone. Somebody somewhere would have to do it for you. And if that person is not there because of the fact that he doesn't like you, I'm not telling you that you have to be liked by everybody. I am not saying that. But do not allow people not to like you because of your behavior. That's what I'm trying to say here. Try to have a neutral behavior. Try to be in a crowd where people would respect you, would accept you without saying bad things about you. I'm not trying to tell you not to be irrespectful or not to behave in a normal way. No, it is just behaving normally, giving the right attitude, giving the right personality, so that people will respect you, people want to be around you, people want to help you, and at the end of the day, we win because other people have helped us to win. You can't win alone. No man is an island. You can't do it all alone. You always need somebody to help you one way or the other. But don't make people to move away from you just because they are not on the same level playing field with you, because of either your manners, your behavior, your attitude. So please stay focused and attract all the riches in life. Okay? So it is the interpretation you give any situation that will determine how you react and feel. Therefore, do not waste your time only looking at the negative aspects of things. Rather, spend your life or time thinking of the positive aspects. Do not allow what is not good to affect how you feel and behave. Behavior is the name. Behavior. How are you behaving? Do you have good behavior or do you have bad behavior? Do you have good attitude or bad attitude? Do you have good manners or bad manners? It's all in the game. Everything revolves around one another. One thing leads to another thing. When you bring out bad behavior, people would tend to run away from you. But if you stand and tell them or show them that you have good behavior, you'll be attracted to people. People will follow you. People would accept you. They will go with you. They will connive with you. They will do everything with you that will lead you to that promised land, that success you have in your mind, that thing you want to achieve, people would help you to achieve it. What do you stand to lose if you have a bad behavior? If you have a bad behavior or attitude, you will stand to lose much, among which are friendship. I said it. If people see you as somebody who's not a good attitude, they will tend to run away from you. One, try to have good manners so as you would attract people towards you. Second, success will elude or tend to run away or tend to move very far from you because of the fact that since people would help you to move along, if you cannot attract them, that means the success they are supposed to bring to you would also go with them. So it's very simple. So if you want to attract success in life, then you need to look at your attitude. Look at your relationship with people, the way you behave with them, the way you talk to them, the way you respect them, the way you discuss with them. These are a sum total of who you are. Somebody said, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Your friends determine who you are. The next one is reputation. Again, like I said in the first part, you can destroy your reputation in a minute. Just a minute, you destroy your reputation or the one you've been building for years. So please don't destroy your reputation just because of the fact that you don't act properly. Try to have a good reputation because at the end of the day, that is what remains. The next one is attitude shapes your behavior. Again, it revolves around what you do, how you do the things you do. So your attitude shapes your behavior or your manners. When you have good attitude, certainly you have good manners. If you have bad attitude, certainly you would also have bad manners. So both of them go hand in hand. So in one word, I'm trying to say that if you want to attract success in life, if you want to attract good things in life, if you want to attract nice people to you, then you have to look at your behavior. You have to look at your manners. You have to look at the relationship you have with people. These are the sum total of who you are, how you behave, and the things you stand to get in life. We are social animals. We need one another to move ahead in life. You can't build your castle alone. You can't. You need people to bring in blocks, cement, nails, and all other things to make the castle. You can't build your castle alone. You can't build your success alone. You need people around you, people who respect you, people who trust you, people who believe in you, people who would follow you irrespective of who you are. But for them to do all that, they need to make sure that you are the nice person, that you are the one that will show them the light, that will show them the way, that will lead them to that promised land. If for any reasons you are not, then do not be surprised to attract people who will draw you down instead of helping you up. So what I'm trying to say in essence is try to have good manners and you have good friends. If you have bad manners, you attract enemies, you attract wrong people, and somehow birds of the same feather flock together. Birds of the same feather, they flock together. If you run around losers, you will be a loser. If you run around winners, you'll be a winner. Very simple. So try to run around positive, nice people who have attitudes. Stay around these people, and they are contagious. They will just contaminate you with their own good manners, and somehow you behave normally. Somehow you copy them. So good manners, stay around people who are positive, people who are nice, people who are good looking, people who are wonderful in all ramifications, in all areas of their lives. I'm not saying people are perfect, no, but some people are much better than the others. So try to see these people and follow them. Follow those who can lead you to somewhere. People who know where they are going to. Do not follow those who do not know where they are going to, because they will not lead you anywhere. So good manners is like a light. It shines. Everybody sees it. You can see it when you know it. If you know the person, if you see someone that is good, nobody should tell you. You should know that this guy is good. By their fruits we know them. So if you want positive things in your life, follow those who have positive attitude, positive things around them. Then so that success you're looking for, you will get it. Okay? So in a nutshell, If you have bad attitude, you will stand to lose friendship, you stand to lose success, you stand to lose reputation. Like I said, attitudes shape your behavior. Attitudes shape behavior. Try to have good attitude so that your behavior would be a par with your attitude. This podcast was brought to you by the Motivational Radio France with their host, Lonjago in Paris.